Hi guys, have you just picked up Pioneers of Pagonia's demo on Steam right now? It's a fantastic game, but I wanted to put together a short tips and tricks video for you so you don't make some of the same mistakes I've made in this game. So, if you're not subscribed already, make sure you do, because we've got lots of Pioneers of Pagonia's videos, tips and tricks videos coming soon as well. So let's dive on in. So when you first start on this map, you do start off, if you're playing on the easy map, a big kind of section of trees right here. Now it does take up quite a bit of space, but what you can do is if you select one of your wood cutting huts, you can set a priority zone or a focus point, and this tells the actual workers ideally where you want them to chop first. Now the demo does also tell you to go ahead and build a forester, but what I would suggest is don't build that straight away, because in this game you cannot build over trees. As you can see, I'm just demonstrating here, you can build over kind of the saplings and the smaller trees, but not the larger one. So you do need to really think about your planning. So what you kind of want to do instead is build a woodcutting hut. Tell them to focus on this area to clear the area out completely, because it's quite a lot of space you get back. The next tip I want to focus on is with regards to how your kind of little workers and all your friends walk. Now they do walk like a pair, like ants. As you can see, they form orderly queues. Now what you want to do is make sure you don't cause traffic jams. A bit like what's going on here. As I built this tavern on the main road, you can see they are going in one by one to drop it off, and it does cause a queue, which all these other workers have got places to be, places to go. Instead, what you want to do is build everything off kind of little junctions. So you can see here we've got kind of the main road going through with the sawmill, well, a couple of sawmills off the actual beaten track, same as the stonemasons on the other side. That way, any workers who are trying to get to any of these buildings come off the track, and they are then, well, they walk around much better and they flow much nicer as well. My next tip is with regards to if you see this little flag. Now it does say no staff is present, however if you click into it and look at the staff, you can see straight away highlighted in red they are missing a hunting bow. Now you might think, looking at the top bar, well, where is these hunting bows? But what you need to do is click into the tools so you can see what tools are available. So straight away you can see there are no hunting bows available, so which means they're not going to be able to go hunting. So this is where you need to find your wood cutting, your wood workshop, and you need to make sure you are ordering some. Now you can set this to indefinite, so just keep building. You can set them 5 at a time or 1 at a time. I always do a nice round number of 10. Ideally, you know, I'm not an expert on this, but I always feel if you just get a nice round number, they'll soon start telling you when something is going wrong. Now the game does give you some objectives on the far right hand side. It does kind of give you a steer of where you want to be focusing on and what you want to be doing next. So if you make your way through this, it will kind of start expanding your civilization quite nicely, and it will kind of give you some really key objectives to plan in. And I'm guessing it's making the most out of the demo, so make sure you do keep an eye on the objectives. If you do hover over the objectives, it does give you a tooltip of what you need to do as well. So my next tip is with regards to these little white flags right here. So this basically tells you there is no work orders going on. Now you don't want to go straight in and think, right, I'm going to give them orders, because it does cost obviously material. So you want to plan what you want to be building. So for example, the weaponsmith and armorsmith, if I wanted to go ahead and build an advanced soldier right here, it tells us we need an iron sword, chainmail and an iron shield. So if we look at building 5 of them and then going into the weaponsmith and buying what we need, which was iron sword if I remember rightly. Yeah, iron sword, chainmail and iron shield. So let's go ahead and get 5 of them ordered. Go into the armorsmith and we can get 5 shields and 5 chainmail. Straight away then you're not producing what you don't need, and it's going to make sure your resources are being used effectively as possible. Now staying on the subject of flags, you can see on this one there's got a nice little green arrow on this, and this basically means I have prioritized this building. So what you can do is you can select high priority if you want to make sure you've got workers, or you want to make sure that the builders are focusing on these buildings first. You don't always need to have this selected, but it's useful if, for example, you need to get trees cut because you're running out of logs. So you can make sure these buildings are being built first. Same again, it does show on here we've got no staff present because we are missing an axe. But if you go ahead and click on your guide hall, it shows you what workers are being ordered by the building. So for example, we've got 4 hunters being built, and explorers, miners, woodcutters and cooks. And it tells you again what they need to build. So you can work with this and work out what tools you're missing and what you need to get ordered for your staff. Guys, my next tip is with regards to the guard towers. Now, the guard towers are the ones who go out and claim kind of borders and expand your territory for you. Now, if you want your guards to go and claim a specific kind of place, if, for example, you are looking at getting this bundle of trees over here, you can say, right, I want to set a focus point over here. That way, they will go and work and expand the territory to work towards this set of trees. Now this is really useful. For example, if we look up here, this is not part of the starting point, and you've got coal, limestone, there is also more copper over here as well. So what I did is I set 2 guard towers up, and I set them both prioritizing up here so we can get a path up here and actually get them mining. Now on the subject of mining, do not put, like I've done, the road too close to the actual coal or the actual resource. Because again, you will have a backlog. If these guys are working on the road, these other residents will stop until he's moved out the ways, which can cause a bit of a backlog. And ladies and gentlemen, the last thing I just want to say is have fun with this game. What's your thoughts on Pioneers of Pagonia? Are you enjoying it? Have you been out building metropolisms already? Have you built loads of big farms? The devs have already put some updates in, so the farmland does not need a road connection, so they've got rid of the little roads, so you can build a bit more expansive farms, which is, I think, is absolutely fantastic. So if you have got any more tips you want to share, please make sure you do pop it in the comments below. And if you could like this video, if you have enjoyed it, that'd be fantastic. And as mentioned earlier, if you would subscribe to it, that would be also fantastic as well. So guys, as always, have a fantastic rest of your day, and we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.